Hi guys, welcome back to another video. What do we have today? We have a 2018 Jaguar XE. She is the 2-litre Ingenium engine. It is dark tonight and I've had this car here for a week or two, and tonight I have to go along and I have to get a bit of information for the customer to let him know where he stands. So where are we on this thing? This is a non-runner, so she's a crank, no start. It'll turn over. Actually, I'm telling lies, it will start, but will start quite badly. Now, I don't know. I've only put my booster pack on it, and I don't know if it will start here now, but we'll press the button and see what happens. So, all right. It runs, but it cranks, but I don't know if you can hear what I'm hearing. I have compression, but I'm missing one. So I have that said to me good lyrics, but it does or did run for me quite badly. But once it runs, maybe you'll be able to see me, maybe you won't. Once it runs, it only barely goes on 3 cylinders. I have a fault code for engine over speed, so I thought maybe it was going to be turbo was gone, and when the turbo went, it might have ingested oil and ran on the oil and went, I thought. But I think the customer did say it did do something weird on him. What we're now thinking, or I'm now thinking, is we're down on compression. I'm not going to do a relative compression check. Why am I not going to do a relative compression check? Because I do know I'm down on compression. So no scopes, no anything fancy out here. What I'm actually going to do is, I don't actually know why it won't start now, but it did start for me primarily. I know I took off that to get in and look at the turbo on a previous date, but I'm today going to try and get in here. I have, and I've actually taken off, unless that stopped me from starting, I've pulled the wiring off of the 4 glow plugs, and I'm going to try and get in the glow plugs and see. I'm actually going to do a physical compression test on this thing to see if we have compression or what cylinder we're down on, okay? I am aware that there's a lot of problems or issues with compression and pistons and all this kind of stuff, but I'm thinking I'm going to see it mechanically. Once I see it mechanically, I want to try and get in and have a look to see what the top of the pistons are like, if at all possible. That's where I'm at. So for tonight, this is what I'm going to show you. Tomorrow, I'm going to do my little diagnosis for the customer, but then tomorrow I'm probably going to show you my compression test. I might even show the compression test tonight with my further disassembly or proving what's wrong in the morning, okay? I'm rolling on with a compression test. So I have compression tester sitting in cylinder number 1. And we're going to do an press of the button and just see what happens in here to start, and we'll roll on then to number 2, 3. Okay, it doesn't sound like there's much happening in there anyway. Okay, a big fat 0. Okay, we're going to roll on to number 2 and see what we have there. Number 1, number 2. Ready to rock and roll again. I'm going to find, actually it's getting cold, lads. So there's a kind of a bit of a nip. Okay, we've something there anyway. At some stage she's getting a bit harder to crank. 200 psi in there. We'll roll on to cylinder number 3. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, same test again, sitting on 0. Some bit of effort happening there again, nothing major, but there is some bit of effort. I.e., I can kind of hear something happening. Now we're the same thing, we're back up to kind of 250 in there, on to number 4. Okay guys, last cylinder, we're back in number 4. We have 1, 2, 3, and there's 4 in the back of the engine. We're down at 0. We'll do the same press of the button. And where are we? Sounds like there's a bit of something in there as well. I would have said we would have wanted kind of north of 300. We have 2 in there, but maybe we could have cylinder wash and all that kind of crazy stuff going on at this point in time. But there's something happening and we are down on a cylinder. So what's going on here on number 1 cylinder? I do not know, but we're going to have to disassemble, maybe take out an injector to get in the camera. Sometimes the boroscopes don't be small enough to get in the, you know, the small glow plug holes, but I'm going to try and visually see what's going on in here, maybe before we disassemble. Okay guys, it's the next day and again a bit into the evening, because all these jobs take a little bit more time and they're a little bit bigger, so we get through our daily stuff and then what time is left in the end of the evening we kind of start rolling into this stuff. So what did I do? The first thing I've done was I just got the Teslon boroscope, and the reason for the Teslon with anyone that follows me is the head of it is a little bit smaller and can kind of fit in the glow plug holes. It's only 3 or 4 mil or something in diameter. Now where am I at? The minute I go in, look what I can see. Sorry, if I light on my camera I have, which is a bad job. Look what we can see. I'm putting the camera at an angle so the light doesn't shine direct onto this and give us a glare, which I don't want. If I go like that, on the top of the piston, there's the side of the cylinder, there's a piston, there's the swirl pot just sitting in there, and there's a hole burnt in the piston. Now what has caused it I don't know as yet. It does look like there's kind of a, like something went in there and started banging off, you know, like a shot blast nearly or something around here. But definitely we have a hole in a piston in there. I might take out an injector just to send the camera down here direct from the top just to see what we can see. And then at that stage, sure, once I have an injector out, I can get in the all-tool all-tool boroscope, which will do the, you know, it'll articulate at 180 degrees back up to where we should be. Okay, anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I think I might put out an injector, get in, just see. I could send in a smoke tester. I'd like to see what's happening in here, to be honest with you. And that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. To visually see it, I'm going to go in there with a boroscope. So the injector is coming out now. Okay guys, injector removed in there, and I have my tripod holding the camera. Poor Alan for the old page. Alan the tripod. What do you think, Al? Right job, lads. Okay, guys, we have number 1 injector removed. We have the all-tool articulating camera sitting in there. But straight away when we go down here, we can again see very vividly our hole that is burnt in the piston. If we come up out of it a bit, we can actually see where the sides of the piston are kind of burnt along down here, all the way around. And also, if I can get in there, and I don't know if I'm in good enough, if I... Yeah, this is twisty stuff. Yeah. The side, will you be able to see that, I wonder? Maybe it's not, it's the glare off the... right, you can't see it. You can kind of see it there actually. The sides of the cylinder are just gone to pot. So they're in bits in there. The cylinder is scored up like hell. And we're going to send that in a little bit more. It's actually not your headlight, Al. You can look back in, no? Go down a little bit further if you don't mind. Pop it a little bit further. Actually, battery's getting flat in my Tesla. Down a little bit more even. So we can see, look up at the top. We're looking back. Again, this glare, sorry. We're looking back at the valves at this point in time. It's like shards of metal or something have sandblasted the top of the valves. So this is kind of nearly an engine gone, to be honest with you. It's dead. It needs an engine, unfortunately. But anyway, that's where we're at. So right, we know where we stand. We'll have to make a plan of what we were going to go and what we're going to do. Right, nice clear picture actually of the top of the cylinders there. The articulating camera is a fantastic asset to have, but this thing needs an engine, unfortunately. Okay guys, I'm going to close up this Jaguar XF engine at this point as just the diagnosing of it. And I don't know whether I'm going to get the repair of it or not, but it needs an engine, whether it's going to be a rebuild or a second hand or a new, I don't know as of yet. Don't know if the customer's going to authorize any kind of repair, but for now we're going to call it this just a diagnosing of what the heck is going on here. We know where we're at. We know the engine is interior at the score in the cylinders. We know it's after being most likely the injectors that have failed and caused this thing. So I'm just going to stop it at that, and hopefully we'll get the fixing of it, and I'll do maybe a part 2 and or maybe even part 3, because sometimes these things go on and are a bit long-winded. So we're stopping it for now anyway, and I'll talk to you all next cartoon. Peter Kennedy signing out. Please like and subscribe, lads, if any of my hints and tips are any good to you. And thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.